Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. Today we're going to talk about everything has a season. Did you ever wonder why you're just settled into something, you're feeling secure with it, whether it be a job, a significant other, whatever the situation is, and then boom, it comes to an end? First instinct is to be upset. It makes you have a sense of loss. But you really didn't lose because everything and everybody is in your life for a reason, whether it be a lesson, a stepping stone that you need, whatever the situation is. At some point, not always, but some things are there for a season. And if you look at it that way, in fact, I shared with you on an earlier podcast that a lady that I had working for me for, I think, 2 or 3 years got another job, so she had to quit. And I was truly upset. Not only do I have to try to replace her, but I truly liked her and I liked her company. And she was a good worker. And I was rather upset, even though I knew I shouldn't be. And then I came across this video about when people will step out of your life. And it said, don't try to stop people from stepping out of your life because you're interfering with their journey. And I thought about it and I thought, wow, I don't want to interfere with her journey and her opportunities. But even a step further is it interferes with your journey because as that person or situation steps out of your life, it leaves room for a new person or a new situation, a new lesson, a new stepping stone, a new rung on the ladder to step up toward. So I think we need to tweak our thinking around. Instead of feeling a sense of loss when something comes to an end, that we need to look at it as an opportunity. This is probably somewhat, not an exaggeration, but a rarity. And that is when I got sick and I noticed invitations for social events started diminishing. And I thought either they didn't want me or perhaps because my wheelchair was taking up too much room, whatever the situation was. And it did hurt. And I was looking at it the absolute wrong way. And now, after all this time, because it forced me to stay home and face myself head on, I realized how much I really enjoy being home and how much more clearly I can look at things and relax. Like last week, I was supposed to do numerous things, go to lunch a couple times and go to physical therapy, and I think there was something else. And I started feeling overwhelmed, kind of like I needed to step back and just look at all this and gather my thoughts. So what I'm getting at is don't be sad if you're not always on the go or if you're not always involved socially. It's been my experience when I look at people who kind of were stepping out of the social part of things are the ones that became really successful. And I assume the reason for that is because they keep their head on straight. They have to think about things. They end up spending their time in a more constructive way. For example, last episode was entitled Everybody Has a Dream. Well, to have a dream and to be really successful at it, you have to work at it. I mean, yes, you need the positive thinking and perhaps the intention board and do everything you can do in the spiritual world, but you can't sit back and just wish. You have to actually work at it. And I believe that anything is possible and we can become anything we want to. As I said before, though, with the open mind that if it takes a left turn, that's the route you're supposed to be on. But when you're home, when you're not out there so consumed with being social, so consumed with being invited everywhere, you become a much more solid feet on the ground kind of person, grounded in what you are, who you are, and what you want to be. And I don't mean hibernate and stay away from things socially. What I'm saying, if we aren't invited to everything, if we feel left out, turn it around, look at it as an opportunity to become solid in who you are, who you want to be, what you want to be, what you want to do, and use that time wisely. And to be honest with you, you'll become more happy, more confident, because you are becoming more of an individual. Many months ago or years ago, I can't remember, I did a podcast when I went to my class reunion. This is what really made an impact on me. The young man that I saw there, that was considered, I don't know, not really on the social ladder, not anyone that was what I would call popular. But in that reunion, he was actually the most successful. And be honest with you, I loved hearing it. And he was successful. It was amazing. So I bet that he took the time that he had to work toward what he wanted to do. But what I'm getting at is the ones that are really focused on what they want and take the steps toward it. And don't worry about when seasons end, when you're doing something else, because certain things do have to end for you to navigate closer to what your dream is, to what you want to be. And that opportunity is there. So there's two ways to look at it. You can look at it as if, oh, I'm so sad this ended, a poor me, wah, wah, wah. Or you can say, this ended, now I get to go on to another adventure that's going to bring me even a step closer to where I want to be in life. You hear all the time about people, at some point they say, life didn't turn out the way I expected it to, or I didn't achieve what I wanted to. But, did they work at it? Did they have an open mind? Did they look at things as an opportunity? Honestly, I think the best achievement anybody can make is to truly be happy. And I think to truly be happy is looking at things in the right way. And again, that's when a season ends, you look at it as opportunity, not as loss. Life is filled with many, many seasons. But when you do look back and you say, wow, I am glad I didn't stop there because this is even better. So if you look at life with that attitude, that whenever things end, it's a gateway for the opportunities that are there for you to take another step toward the journey that is you, the journey that's going to give you confidence, the journey that's going to give you happiness. I believe in life, all the things that are going to bring us health. By health, I mean emotional health, mental health, even physical health, and happiness is how we look at things, how we process it. And when you're processing something incorrectly, I think you know it. I know it. I'll say to myself, I think I processed that wrong because I don't feel good with this now. And I think when you process things correctly, then you no longer have that feeling of devastation. In all things, there's a way to process. There's a way to look at it. There's a positive way and a negative way. And we have that choice. And at first, it may take work to start processing in a positive way, especially when you look at something as a rejection or a loss. But then you start looking at it as it's not a rejection or a loss. And again, we'll go back to it doesn't matter what anyone says because you don't need all those opinions. Maybe they haven't evolved as far as you have at this point. So just start tweaking your thoughts and look at loss or rejection as an opportunity to fulfill, to become the person that you want to be, to do what you want to do. There are no mistakes. We all get on this path, and it's kind of jagged, and that's okay so long as we're willing to go with the path. We will end up where we want to be. And what's exciting about ending up where you want to be, there's always a step further. Again, I'm going to refer back to the last episode when I talked about when you do reach where you were wanting to be or what you wanted to be, there is always another rung on the ladder. And that is what makes life so exciting. So if you can look at gain, loss, opportunity, rejection, regardless of what it is, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to turn over a new leaf, see something new, or it's an opportunity to work hard at what you wanted to achieve and realize you deserve it, you got it, you're the best because you worked hard at it. There is no rejection. If we look at life, that it has given us exactly what we need, either in the form of a lesson or in the form of a gift. Some things come to us and we're elated. Other things come to us and it's like you get this doom and gloom feeling. But they're really parallel. They're really there for opportunity. They're really there to make you the best person that you can be. So when you do get a feeling of loss, or in your eyes you feel like you've lost something, don't waste a minute thinking about it. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and it will loop around and you'll be able to look and see why this has happened to you. You'll see the outcome. And so by not wasting time on it, you're not wasting a minute of your life, because rather you waste time on worrying, you will see the outcome and you will say, wow, I'm glad that happened, because I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't go through that. So to sum it up, almost everything has a season. Whether it be a season for people who are around you all your life, their season is their growth. Your season is your growth. It doesn't mean you have to be apart. Not at all. I mean, people you love, you're together forever. But in each individual life, there is a season. So when the season does come to an end, it's that saying of when a door closes, a window opens. It's the same as when a season ends. First and foremost, what that person said about you don't want to stop somebody's journey, nor do you want to stop your journey. That is priceless, because that's exactly what it's all about. But also, when the season ends, don't forget to look at it as an opportunity. Like I said, that lady quit with me and I was upset. But after hearing that video, it made so much sense. And now when somebody has to do something, yes, I may not like it, but at the same time, thinking about it, if I care about people at all, I care about their journey. And I also care about my journey. So on my end, I need to keep looking at it as, wow, I wonder who's going to fill their shoes. I wonder who's going to come into my life and bring me new opportunities, new challenges, or am I going to bring them new challenges, new opportunities? When a season ends, think about it. Really tweak your thinking as new opportunity. Put a smile on your face, walk forward as you try to replace what you feel you have lost. You really haven't. Your journey has just changed. There's new opportunities for you. There's new things to learn. So keep walking forward. Keep your journey going. Keep a smile on your face. And all of these things will change your thinking, will change the way you process things. And each step will get easier and easier and will bring you back full circle to health and happiness. God bless you, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.